Yo, first up, here's the host, Efren, explaining knowledge that's applying, never guessing. Next in line is Zach, the stats king. He'll call you out, cross you over, it's a sure thing. I a chatter, no one better, crazy knowledge. On point, talking pros down to college. Jackie Jack on the grind, he'll never tire. Youngest buck on the show, he brings the fire. Never slip, keep your grip, Tico's in the booth. He's the drip, Tico's lit, always spits the truth. Finally, it's me, it's KG. Piling stats, spitting fast, daily. The Sports Shed, the Sports Shed. The Sports Shed, the Sports Shed. Podcast, the Sports Shed, the Sports Shed. The Sports Shed, the Sports Shed. Podcast, the Sports Shed, the Sports Shed.
Welcome to another episode of the Sports Shed podcast. As the intro stated, I am your host, Efren. And to my right, but to your screen's left, is Zach. Right next to him is Cheddar. Right next to him is Tigo. And to your bottom is Keith. And finally, last but definitely not least, is Jason. Hey, guys, how's it going? It's been a while. How's everything going?
Good. All right.
I know some of us are kind of eager to get started here, but before we do, we're gonna go ahead and start right away with the major leagues and the World Series. Obviously, meeting for the 12th time most in Major League history is the Yankees and the Dodgers, and Game 1 will be at LA. But before we go into the series, I just want to give a quick shout out to Zach and I and my family's favorite team, not everyone, the Mets. I just want to say that, it didn't work out. We got eliminated 4-2 by the Dodgers. But at the end of the day, they accomplished something that no one even imagined them getting to this point. They weren't even predicted to finish over 500. And the fact that they came 2 games away from the World Series and the potential Subway Series says a lot for what they did this season. So I just want to give props to my team, the Mets, out there in Queens. And hopefully at the end of this season, when free agency begins, you know what? I'm going to just come out and say it. Steve Cohen, open up that checkbook and bring Soto and Alonso to Queens. Now, with that being said, though, the Yankees and the Dodgers are actually, like I said, are meeting for the 12th time, for the first time since 1981. And right now, I'm just curious, these two Yankee fans, Tigo and Cheddar, I'm sure you guys are happy. The Yankees are in the World Series. So I'm just going to start off with you and let's just get this over with and right into it. What do you guys think as far as the World Series? We all know you guys are going to say the Yankees, but how long is it going to take in the series for them to win it?
But before I say anything, but didn't I call it, though? Didn't I call that the Yankees was going to the World Series?
You did.
You say that about every team, though.
I said that about every team?
Every one of your teams.
I said about my team. My team. Yeah, that's right. Of course, that's my team. And where they at right now?
They're in the World Series. They're in the World Series. That's what they are right now. That's what.
And where everybody else is, and where everybody else is, everybody else's team.
And my team is actually vacationing right now. I can't say that they're gonna be watching the World Series. At the very least, they're vacationing right now.
Where is Boston? Where is Boston?
After six games, you'll be right where Boston is, sitting on the couch.
Where is Boston? Where is Boston?
After 6 games, your team will be right where my team is, sitting on the couch, eating chips and salsa.
That's not answering the question. That's not answering the question.
Both teams would be on the couch.
Where is Boston right now?
Salsa. Oh,
where is Boston right now?
Like the famous boxer says before the ring bells. Let's get it on.
Tigo. Boston's been on the couch for the past month and a half now. So
Chad, I don't even know why you're talking, because you predicted the Yankees not even to make the World Series.
He said they weren't going to make the playoffs.
I said
exactly.
They weren't going to make the playoffs.
He said they weren't even going to make it.
It's still my team.
Don't jump on that bandwagon now, because they're in it.
Not a bandwagon. It's my team. It's not a bandwagon.
But you jumped off that wagon and said they wouldn't even make the playoffs.
No wagon.
Stop.
Not even a wagon. I said the way they were playing, I wouldn't be surprised if they did not make the playoffs. They did not deserve to make the playoffs with the way they were playing.
They weren't making the playoffs on your own team.
That's
Now,
what I
if you
just
wanna
said. I
sit
said
there and
that,
say,
I
"You know
said the
what?
way I said the way they were not playing, the way they were playing, they should not make the playoffs. I don't think they will make the playoffs.
That's not what you said.
Do we need to?
You straight up said they're not making the playoffs.
And that's okay. Okay, you just say, you know what? I am so grateful. I was dead wrong because they made the playoffs and now they're in the World Series. I'm so grateful I was wrong. That's what I would say. But I'm not you, I guess. So, but in any event, guys, what do you guys think is going to happen with the Yankees and the Dodgers, and how many games?
I'm gonna say
would the
Yankees. I'm
take
gonna
it
say
from your end?
Yankees. I'm gonna say Yankees in 6. I'm gonna go with Yankees
Okay.
in 6. I'm gonna give Dodgers 2 games.
I'm gonna go with Yankees in 6. Yankees are a fastball hitting team. Dodgers are a fastball pitching team. I think Yankees in 6. Would not be surprised if Dodgers win in 5.
You would not be surprised if Dodgers
they were
win in
throwing
5.
a lot of off speed to us. I'm gonna go Dodgers in 6. The way they've just been hitting, it doesn't matter who's pitching. I mean, they've been putting up runs like it's nothing. We were pitching well the previous 2 series, and then it didn't matter. But yeah, no, they're not just a fastball pitching team. Like, they consistently were throwing off speed to all of our batters and making us look foolish. So that's why I got Dodgers in 6.
That one pitcher has a nasty breaking pitch that you guys kept swinging at and was 2 feet out of zone.
Yeah, Yankees also lead the playoffs in walks. I think they broke a record for walks too in the playoffs within the first 2 rounds.
Same thing with the Dodgers.
The Mets actually allowed on average per game in that series approximately 7 walks per game.
The Dodgers broke an MLB record with the most walks in a series, and they did it in like 5.5
games.
No,
it sounds like a pitching problem for the Mets.
No, again, I don't know if you're not watching the games, but they're taking pitches that are like barely off the strike zone. That are good breaking ball pitches. Again, I watched every single game except for one, and they were taking pitches that like we were swinging at, and like ones that were just off the strike zone. So
the Dodgers bullpen in the postseason this year is under 3. They've got pitchers that throw 99 plus, but they have nasty breaking pitches. And when I mean nasty, it's just disgusting. That doesn't mean that the Yankees are going to swing at those. I'm sure that they're going to take, but the Dodgers lineup are extremely disciplined. Now that could be the complete opposite once the World Series starts. I'll give you that. But based on what we saw, the way they pitched and hit and how disciplined they were, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm gonna keep it real with everybody. And I know my boy in Oklahoma is gonna let me have it later. I can't root for the Yankees. Can't do it. Won't do it. Can't do it. Won't do it. Dodgers in 6. I'm gonna keep it real with you.
I was about to say, just come out and just say that. Y'all all going around the bushes like, yeah.
Tigo. Did I beat around the bush or did I come straight at you?
Just come out and say.
Did I rip the Band-Aid right off? I ripped it right off. I said Dodgers in 6.
The Dodgers pitching staff is ERA is a 4.36 in this playoffs. The Yankees.
I didn't say the staff.
It's overall.
I said the bullpen.
I can't break that. Wait, maybe I can.
Well, I just did. Theirs is under 3. I understand.
We watched the games and they're bringing it up as we're watching.
Oh, right, because
the Yankees are at 3.7, 3.27.
Okay, because the key for the Dodgers is they want their starting pitching to go 5. If the starting pitching of the Dodgers go 5 innings with a lead, that's what Dave Roberts wants, the manager, and the bullpen is coming in.
I'm not like discrediting the Yankees. I'm not discrediting anybody. I'm just saying from what I've seen because I picked the Yankees to win their series, and I picked the Dodgers to win their series. And the Dodgers, they faced, I believe I think the Padres had the best pitching like staff, and they had 2 straight I know they had 2 straight shutouts against them while they were putting up
games 4 and 5.
Yeah, while they were still putting up like 6-7 runs, I believe, in those games. And so I'm just going off of what I've seen. I mean, they're pitching great. They can hit 1 through 9. They're very disciplined at the plate. But I think that the Yankees have and Judge they do their thing, and then the Yankees just they're gonna have that game or two where they pitch really well.
The
That's why,
Yankees, for the Yankees to win, just based on what I saw from the Dodgers, okay, the Yankees have won games by scoring 4 runs or 5. I'm telling you right now, the Yankees are gonna have to score at least 6 or 7 runs because the Dodgers have been consistently scoring 8, 9, 10 runs. That's what this lineup has been doing.
But that's 2 different teams, though. You're talking about 2 different teams and 2 different lineups.
The Yankees need to be able to put hits together. That's what they need to do.
That's what I just said.
It's got to be a lot.
But I'm just saying.
I don't think it has to be a lot. I think the Yankees. I think the Yankees pitching is going to be able to hold.
Watch the Dodgers. I'm telling you, the way we were pitching in the postseason, the first 2 series, we were lights out. The Padres all season lights out. And what the Dodgers do, they consistently put up 7, 8 runs. So I'm just going off of what I've seen. And yeah, the Yankees have been pitching very well. They could very possibly come out and just light it up on the offense. That's all I'm saying. Like, I'm going off of what I've seen. And the Dodgers have been the best looking team I've seen.
I mean, the Yankees are the 7th best pitching team wise in the MLB this whole season with a 3.74 ERA. Better than the Padres, better than the Mets.
Listen.
Better than all those teams.
What is it that we always say? I understand that you're gonna use those regular season stats. Take those regular season stats. Milwaukee had the best bullpen in baseball. Look what the Mets did. The Padres had what people out there was calling after the trading deadline a mega bullpen. Where are they? Dodgers took care of them. So I understand that during the regular season, but the postseason is a different animal. It's all about who is in the hot streak now.
That's like saying that last guy that the Yankees played. He had like one of the best like relieving seasons of all time. But then like when he went up against the Yankees, like he was just killing them, giving up home runs. I can't remember that guy, but I'm pretty sure what I'm talking
What's
about.
What's his name?
Class
So the regular season, you're bringing up regular season stuff, but I'm like, it really don't mean anything when it's about the playoffs. It's a different animal.
I'm gonna tell you what the Yankees did to the bullpen of the Cleveland Indians. The Cleveland Indians had one of the best bullpens in baseball. Guardians. My apologies. Thank you. The Guardians had one of the best bullpens in baseball. Okay, they had 4 pitchers who pitched at least 70 games, and four of them had an ERA under 2 in the regular season. And what did the Yankees do to them?
Pooped on them.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. You keep bringing up the stats that the Yankees did during the regular season. That is fantastic. You could say the same thing about the Guardian. And then you should be able to say the Yankees should not have won. By your logic, you bringing up stats during the season, the Yankees had no business winning that series. 0 business, especially the games were actually pretty close.
Yeah,
as a matter of fact, they were close and they had the lead. Lead. So actually, it was in the Guardians had them what they wanted. But their bullpen failed. So that's what I'm saying. When it comes to the postseason, you could take those stats, open the window, and throw it right out that window, or take a roll of toilet paper and wipe those regular season stats with it, because it means nothing. In the postseason, it's a different animal, and it comes in as to who's the hottest team in the postseason. And right now, the Dodgers pitching, especially in the bullpen, is the hottest pitching bullpen right now. And the Yankees are coming in, killing the bullpen. So it's going to be the Yankees offense versus the Dodgers bullpen. That's what it's going to come down to. And right now, from what I saw, that's why I'm taking the Dodgers in 6, and I can't root for the Yankees. That's all. That's my reason. I'm going to keep it real. I'm not going to even try to lie about it. So Keith and Jason, what are your thoughts?
Go ahead, Jason.
Save the best for last.
Dodgers in 5.
My man.
Oh, you're being generous. I was going Dodgers in 6. Mookie Betts MVP.
Oh, okay. My man threw in a little
he said that because he wishes the Sox had
No, I know who Mookie Betts is. I know where he played. I know where he started his career. I'm just saying he threw in a little bonus answer. That's all I'm saying. So, well, with that being said, before we move along, I just want to say, my sincerest condolences to the family of Fernando Valenzuela. I believe he passed away in the last 24 hours. the guys like Cheddar and Zach, obviously maybe would not know who he is, but when he came up in 1980-81 season, obviously there was a reason why his nickname was Fernando Mania. He just took baseball by storm in the entire country. 6-time All-Star, Rookie of the Year, Cy Young in his rookie year, ended up winning the World Series as well. And it's a great loss. I'm sure that in game 1 there is going to probably be a moment of silence for him in LA, and deservedly so. So to the Valenzuela family, our thoughts and prayers are with you, and we're so sorry for your loss. Thus, Keith or Jason, you guys have anything to add, or even Tigo?
Let's go Yankees.
I was referring to Fernando Valenzuela, man, but that's okay.
Rest in peace. And hopefully he knew the Lord.
It's
Same here.
A legend
Amen.
that is truly missed. A legend that is going to be truly missed.
With that being said, we're gonna move in right into college, and I'm just gonna get this out of the way. I love our Oklahoma Sooners. They are 4-3. They are in a situation where they need a Hail Mary, a miracle. But right now, they have no offensive line. It is a makeshift offensive line. And they're also, for the past 2 to 3 games, or maybe the whole season, they are missing their top 5 wide receivers. Let me repeat that one more time, ladies and gentlemen. The top 5 wide receivers. So we are playing with a 6, 7, 8, and 9 string receivers. So their season is over. They will be at the number 18 Ole Miss. Definitely will be watching the game and probably internally crying inside while I watch probably Ole Miss destroy OU. But I always pray for a miracle. I know that Miami at number 6 is at home playing Florida State. Florida State is probably having one of the most collapsed, despicable, horrendous, atrocious seasons for a powerhouse team that was actually preseason ranked 10th in the entire country. They are 1-6. They lost last week to Duke. Let me rephrase that one more time. Repeat that one more time. They lost to Duke. I mean, no disrespect to saying it that way, even though they are 6-1. So let's give credit where credit is due in the ACC. But right now, the leader of the pack is Miami. I am asking one thing of Miami. Please, even though I don't like Miami because of the 80s and 90s with the OU history, I just hate Clemson even more. So please don't let Clemson win.
Is it Clemson or Florida State?
What do you mean? No, they're playing Florida State. I'm just talking about in general, the entire conference. Because right now, I believe they're either 9th or 10th in the country. But right now, Miami is the cream of the crop in the ACC. So I know from the last time we talked, Cam Ward had 3 turnovers, lost fumble, 2 picks, even though they won. Last week, he looked good. So, Keith, how Miami looked to you last week and moving forward?
They got some things they need to fix on defense because we are just too vulnerable with our what do you call it, safeties and corners, in my opinion. Offense can turn it on, it seems like, whenever they want. And that's a big part, with Cam Ward. But no, defense is what I'm concerned about. They just have to fix some things on defense. But other than that, keep on rolling. I have a sad feeling, though, we might run into something that FS Who ran into last year. I have a feeling we can win out, and we're not going to make it because we haven't played any ranked teams.
Well, you don't have to worry about that.
If you do win out, they have automatic bids for like the top 4.
And ACC is one of the conferences.
So if Miami wins the ACC, they're automatically a top 4 seed.
Yeah, they're automatically. They just got to win outright. If they win, it doesn't really matter where their ranking is. They can rank 10, they can rank 20, they can be ranked number 1. They'll get an automatic bid to the playoffs. Yeah, and a bye if they finish in the top 4.
I think that's
which
part
more
of
than likely they will.
This new playoff schedule.
Which actually, no, go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry.
I was just saying, I think that was part of the restructuring of this new playoff that we have now. is to allow these teams to get in, to where unfairly so. Even last year, teams weren't justifiably getting in or having that chance.
Even like Florida State when their quarterback went and got hurt, and because of the quarterback, and granted it showed to be true, the reason he didn't go in, I mean, the Florida State didn't get selected to the one of the 4 spots. But in this situation, having 12 now, 5 at large, 5 automatic, 7 at large, Florida State would have gotten in. But I'm not worried about if Miami wins outright. I honestly, if Miami even has 1 loss, I think they'll still get in, depending on if they win and have the best record in the conference.
Wouldn't it
I think they'll get
depend
in
on
that
who they
large bid at
lose to?
minimum.
Wouldn't
I'm
it
sorry?
depend on who they lose to?
I mean, the answer is yes, in comparison to all the other 1-loss teams. But I will suspect that there are going to be some teams that will probably be going in with 2 losses. So I think even if Miami loses 1, I think they'll get in that large bid. That's my opinion. I think they'll get in that large bid minimum.
Alabama's sitting at 2 losses right now, and somehow, and you guys can argue with me on this one.
Sure.
Somehow, even if Alabama loses 1 more, somehow they'll end up making it. Just I'm just
listen.
I
Alabama could suck it and just lose every single freaking game.
Listen,
Honestly.
earlier in the year, I did predict, and again, Zachary brought up a good point because we've been talking about this all week. Depending on how everyone finishes, I still will stand by what I said, that a 3-loss SEC team will get in.
Okay.
I'm not going to say any team. I'm not going
Looks
to
like
say
they're going to
which
have
team.
4
I'm saying-
losses.
Yeah,
No.
I changed my opinion on that just because I didn't know that like it's a top 4 conference, so like they could get in with like 2-3 losses, and then like obviously you have the best team outside of the 4 that get a spot, and like right now I think all the teams that are in it, like I think most of them only have like 1 loss right now.
Yeah. Georgia's
obviously-
1, Texas is 1.
It plays out because like you still got like Army, Navy, you still got Indiana, like these teams that weren't expected to play like this, and it's like if they have like 1
Iowa
loss,
State.
like let's say Iowa State, let's say they only have 1
BYU
loss
was
or something like
undefeated
that,
too.
and Alabama's got 3. It's like they only got 1 loss. It's gonna be hard for me to want to put Alabama over that. I don't know.
What happens is, unfortunately, I know some people may not admit this, but a lot of the times, or many times, depending on who casts these votes, they go by history, how a school has done in the past. I know some people may say, "Oh no, we don't take that into consideration." I tend to disagree with that. I know that it's just a speculation on my part, but I do believe to some degree, maybe not a lot, but to some degree, if Alabama gets in, depending on where it is in comparison to the other teams, I think a lot of it has to do with history.
I don't
But
know,
that's
'cause
my opinion.
Their histories never look like this. Like, tell me the last time they lost 2 regular season games.
Well,
Tell me the last time Nick Saban wasn't their head coach.
Right.
Like, history ain't really going to show for them because they don't got that history anymore.
I would have to go back 17 years ago before Saban got hired. If you want that answer,
Like, I mean, like,
Can we make America
Oklahoma with their
happy
3
and
losses,
just?
if they somehow went out, I still can't give it to them. Like,
Can we make America
They
happy
look
and just
awful.
not include Alabama in the playoffs? Like,
But
I'm not gonna go that far yet.
I mean,
I'm
I
gonna
would
wait till
like.
the
I mean, I'm not
season.
gonna lie. I would still like to see Jalen Milroe possibly in that.
yeah, Milroe's
Yeah.
awesome.
I mean,
I do have to say, compared to everybody's favorite team in here, that top 25 looks a little bit different from the beginning of the year.
Absolutely.
A little bit.
My
Bro,
team was
you
way down.
You're underselling it a little bit. Try a whole lot. I mean,
a whole lot.
Even if you, I mean, who would have thought Navy and Army
Yeah.
would be undefeated at after what 6,
Yeah.
maybe even 7
Iowa
games?
State.
I mean, I would never have even had thought of that.
SMU,
mean,
for goodness sakes. Look at SMU.
Iowa State at 10, BYU at 11. I'm going to say this team right now. Everybody's going to just probably be shocked. Indiana at 13.
And BYU is undefeated.
Okay, BYU is undefeated. Pittsburgh, it's undefeated, 6-0 at 19. Illinois, 26-1. SMU,
Boise
6-1
State.
on number 22. And then Army, Navy. Wait. And the last one that beat
Boise
Alabama, Vanderbilt
Vanderbilt.
at 25.
And Boise State.
Okay.
Vanderbilt,
All right.
and
Well,
Missouri
I'm
coming
not-
out of nowhere.
Well, I'm gonna have to defend Boise State on this because this is the norm for Boise State.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people kind of know about Boise State right now, and a
They
lot
are.
to do with Genty. So,
Yeah, because Boise State typically is ranked. You know,
They
they're
are.
never in the top. They're never in the top 10 or 15. Right now, they're 17, but usually they're somewhere in the 20s. But they're typically ranked.
I
This
feel
is
like they're getting their credit.
yeah, they're starting to get that credit. Way overdue. One of the matches I'm gonna be wanting to see is Notre Dame and Navy.
Let's go Navy.
Let's go Navy. To
I was
me,
gonna ask
I've
you
said it
about that.
before and I'll say it again. If Notre Dame loses one more game after they lost opening day, if they lose one more game, they're done.
You know, I actually just thought about this too. Like Notre Dame, it looked like they had a weak schedule, but the way Army and Navy are playing right now, it's actually looking like a little bit better of a schedule than we had originally.
That's a
thought.
good
It's
point.
looking like they're
So
gonna
like
a good
now,
point.
if they
win,
actually
it's a
only
quality
have one
win.
loss, like you have to put them in.
Yeah.
Because now they've had these quality wins.
Depending on how Army and Navy finishes themselves. Because that's but I get what you're saying. If they roll it and they lose,
I mean, I can say though, like the way they've been playing right now is it's not like they've been barely winning. They've been whooping these teams.
Yeah,
So like I even think like
whooping.
right now, like if they beat them, like giving off of what they've shown, like I just can't see Army and Navy continuing to lose. But I get your point.
No. But I see, but it's true what you said though. Army and Navy, they have not been winning. They've just been spanking everyone, like literally everyone across the field. I mean, so the last two teams, though, a lot of probably maybe Cheddar knew this, maybe he didn't either, but I doubt it if he did. If he honestly looked into it, the last two undefeated SEC teams in the conference is LSU at number 8, at number 14, Texas A&M. That's the game that's coming up this weekend. So I'm curious, LSU or Texas A&M, because really the winner of that team, actually, even though they may be ranked 8 and 14, believe it or not, the winner of that team controls their own destiny in regards to going into the SEC conference tournament championship game, even ahead of Georgia. Even though Georgia's number 2, but ahead of Georgia, they'd be ahead of Texas. They'd be ahead of Tennessee as well, because those are the 3 teams that are ranked above them. So the winner of that team controls their own destiny going into the SEC conference tournament game, or the championship game, and hopefully getting an SEC bye.
I got LSU.
You got LSU?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I did say it's at Texas A&M. I don't know if that matters to you or not. Okay. What do you guys have? LSU or Texas A&M?
LSU.
I got LSU.
LSU.
I'm gonna take LSU, even if it's on the road. If it is Texas A&M, I'm still not sold on Texas A&M yet. So I am gonna take LSU. But the winner of this team, basically, like I said, controls their own destiny in getting an automatic bid at for the SEC conference, or out of the SEC conference. Actually, the one is Indiana. It's at Washington. Indiana is number 13th in the country, and I think their quarterback actually just had thumb surgery. So we don't know how serious it is, because he's actually being thought of actually coming to play this Saturday, even after having thumb surgery. So I don't know how severe it was to begin with. But you know what? I'm just gonna go with the Cinderella story. I'm a Hoosier basketball fan.
Who do they play?
They play Washington at Washington in Seattle. So, but you know what? I like a good underdog, a good Cinderella story. I'm going Indiana.
Indiana.
Anybody else out there?
I'm not picking Indiana.
He's like, nah, this time. He goes, this time I'm not even gonna just go for my feelings. I'm actually not gonna be unbiased and neutral and based. No, I'm just kidding.
Nope.
So you're picking the team that beat Michigan? That's what you're doing?
Yeah, sure. I'm not picking Indiana.
You got to throw that in there. So as we know now, Oh, you guys. What do you guys have? Jason or Keith? Who do you guys have?
LSU.
Between Indiana and Washington, you got LSU.
LSU.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
Jason, if you say Auburn, I'm gonna go to your home and choke you out.
I mean, Auburn.
Oh man. So I mean, the thing I am gonna say is that Michigan, like I said, Michigan, Tigo, their season is done. You know that.
Yeah, our season is done, man.
Okay. I just want to throw it out there. If I can admit Oklahoma, I need a Hail Mary.
They suck. I don't want to talk
Yeah.
about it.
You say you don't want to talk about Michigan?
No, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma. He said,
Shoot, Michigan too. Shoot, they both suck.
Yeah, they both suck. They both suck.
both
You're
can-
right.
We
Play in the
don't
ball
have
game
to talk
against each other.
about.
Who sucks worse?
We don't have to talk about Oklahoma, Michigan, or Kentucky. I mean, that's okay.
Unless something happens, as far as for the rest of the season, you don't have to worry about Michigan and you don't have to worry about us talking about Oklahoma.
We'll just talk
Hey,
about-
Jason, you want to join us with Kentucky or you still want to keep talking? What do you want to do,
that's fine.
bud?
Yeah, it's fine.
All right, welcome to the club, bro. Welcome to the Losers Lounge. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna call it the Losers Lounge. All right?
Come on over.
I'm the president. Zachary's the vice president. Tigo's the treasurer, and you are the sergeant at arms.
Come on over.
I'm there. I'm there. I'm there.
And I got some new link for you, bud. With that, unless there's anything that we can't dramatic that happened in college football, we're gonna go ahead and move right
The
along.
only game I want to mention is
Sure.
Syracuse versus Pitt. If Syracuse can continue to win, I'm really wanting to go to Syracuse and Miami when they play in Syracuse at the last game of the season.
Oh, by the way, Keith, I don't know if you knew this, but thank you for bringing that up. The last game of the season, you said, right? At Syracuse.
It's at Syracuse.
It's at
against
Syracuse
Miami.
against Miami. Just wanted to know if you are interested.
I think tickets were like around $50 last time I checked.
Depends on the day and if I'm not working.
All right.
Just throwing that out there.
Just throwing it out there. This could potentially be a win that can catapult them into the ACC championship game for an automatic bid. Just throwing it out there, bud. All right.
It's going to be like a
I know
10-hour
what you said.
trip.
And listen, would you knowing first of all,
See
I don't
Miami
think
play.
personally, knowing you, I don't really care if it's a 20-hour trip. If you can make it, I know you'll probably be there, knowing you. All right.
Yeah.
So let's just keep it real, Keith. You know you would.
I'll go.
No, you stay right at home.
No, Keith said, no, I don't need bad luck. I don't need that bad mojo.
Hey, keep LSU over there.
Word, keep LSU over there, bro. So, man. So moving right along into the NBA. Before
Finally, we're back.
So the season started yesterday. We just want to talk about how yesterday it was probably one of the most beautiful preseason shows that I have seen in a long time. Thank you, I appreciate that. Our Boston Celtics. I'm referring to Keith, Zachary, and myself. They raised the 18th banner. They got themselves their huge championship ring with 18 emerald cut diamonds. Yeah, and by the way, you can actually open the top of the ring, and inside that ring is actually a replica of the parquet floor, and on top of that parquet floor is the 18th banner. Yeah, and inside the
18
ring,
diamonds.
and inside the ring, there was they wrote in the series, obviously beating the Heat the owner of the Celtics. I don't know if you saw this yesterday, Keith. You probably did. But the owner of the Celtics, you guys know what we did. We beat Miami 4-1. We beat Cleveland 4-1. And I kid you not, he goes, in Indiana, you guys know what we did to them. He put it that way because we swept them. And then beating 4-1 as well in Dallas. That was engraved in the inside the ring as well. So number 18 went up, and then the game started, leading to number 19. That's what we're going to be going for. And the way they started yesterday against Knicks, let's all be honest. Many of you thought that with the trade of Anthony Carl Towns and these so-called experts out there, I'm
Did
going
you
to
say Anthony Carl Towns?
it really doesn't matter. I just been perplexed of the 29 threes that the barrage that I saw. Anthony Carl Towns, Village, City. It really doesn't matter. It's irrelevant what it is. You can call him a state. You can call him a country. His last name is still irrelevant as far as I'm concerned, because he just saw 29 threes. He's not used to seeing that. He will be. And I don't know about you, but I'm so eager for these two guys, Tigo and Cheddar, to be wearing that Tony Romo jersey and that cowboy cap. Keith, any thoughts?
Oh, I got plenty of them.
Please.
But I want to hear the excuses first, though.
There are
Oh,
no
yeah, go
excuses.
ahead.
It's just a first game. Relax. Y'all,
By the way,
everybody get hype up for the first game of the season. Everybody, come on, relax.
Why did you even show up to Boston?
It's 82
You're going to put
games in
the
the
performance
season.
out there.
It's 82 games in the season.
You guys just got
This
punched
is
in the
just one.
mouth.
All right, we're gonna punch our back. It's that simple.
You know you only beat us once last year, right?
yep.
That's last year. This is a new year.
Yeah, you got
This
worse.
is a new season. This is a new season.
Oh, by the way,
You got
Keith,
it.
Keith,
Just
by the way,
watch
Keith,
right.
I
Just
just
watch
want to
the
mention real quick to add a little bit more salt to their wound, meaning their feelings. The Knicks, many so-called experts out there said that the Knicks was the most improved team in the NBA during the offseason after that trade was made with Minnesota. Just want to throw that out there. That's all.
Right. So the only
we
thing
are, we are the most improved. Y'all know that. Come on.
Okay.
Y'all act like y'all don't know that.
with that being said, you're the most improved, right?
We are the most
So-
improved.
Okay, so all last night proved was that the rest of the NBA has no shot whatsoever on beating us if you were the most improved team. Thank you.
Listen, y'all basing that off of one game, bro.
That's
Knock
what
it
we
off.
need.
Any team like
Knock
that
it off.
last
It's
year.
one game. It's
We
one
beat
game.
every team like that last year.
All right, that's last year. This is this year. It's one game.
We got the same
It's
exact
one
team.
game. That's only the first game of the season. One
I know.
game.
We're gonna enjoy
It's
it.
not. It's
The
not
next
the
time we
championship
whoop you.
game. It's not the championship game. It's one game,
Oh
bro.
man.
Come
So
Come
Yeah,
with that.
so
Come with that
listen.
same energy the next time we
play
whip
them
you and
we
spank
play
you.
y'all 4 times. The next time we play y'all is February the 8th. Remember
I'll
that.
mark it down on the calendar.
Mark it down. That's
February
next time
the
we
8th.
play
All
y'all.
right. Okay. Well,
We play y'all 4
can I
times
ask you
this
guys
year.
a question? I have a question. Be honest. I have a question for Cheddar and Tigo. When you saw that annihilation yesterday, right? And that humiliation, did that little tingling sensation kick in, knowing that, man, that Cowboys jersey is going to be
Nah, not listen,
on
bro.
me?
Not
Did
at
that
all.
kick in a little bit? That's what I was thinking.
That didn't even phase me. So
Y'all got Mikal Bridges looking
listen. It's like I said.
looking like Marcus Camby, bro.
It's all good. It's all good. Y'all laughing at now.
Mikal Bridges looking like Marcus
It's
Camby.
all good. It's
Oh
all
my
good.
God.
We love it. We
Oh
love it.
man.
You know,
That
it's
was-
New York. We love trash talking. Bring on trash
Oh,
talking.
Y'all love ugly
from
jumpers.
New
Y'all
York,
forgot
yo.
Joakim Noah.
Oh
We from New
man.
York, yo. We from
Listen.
New York.
What y'all need to enjoy is watching Spike Lee going off all season on the sideline. That's probably going to be the highlight of the
That's
year.
not gonna be our highlight. Our
It
highlight
is. It is for
gonna-
us. It is
we
for
gonna,
us.
we gonna bust y'all ass and y'all gonna win the season over y'all. Watch.
You guys shot 55% from the field, and you still got whooped.
There you go. There you go. There y'all go again.
It just goes to prove you guys have no
There
defense
ya-
whatsoever.
Man, y'all
There
can,
y'all
y'all
go
can,
again.
listen. We shot almost 48%.
Listen, y'all can
We got
show all of
almost
that all y'all want.
48% from 3 and 51% overall. I mean, oh man, oh man. Somebody better call Keith Deion Sanders because he's bringing receipts right now.
Listen,
Mm.
One game and y'all going crazy.
The answer to your question, Tigo, is yes, we are.
If you guys had beaten us, we wouldn't be
you
able
know
to make
what?
you stop talking right now.
No, honestly, no. If we had beat y'all, I wouldn't even rub it in because I knew what's
Oh,
coming.
come
Oh, stop!
Oh my
Stop.
goodness.
But
Wait. Here's
that's
I'm gonna tell you.
that just showed y'all how worried y'all are about my Knicks.
Worry.
Nah, this is just a
Y'all-
preview
y'all
of
are
how the
super worried
postseason's
about
gonna
the
go
Knicks.
when y'all start wearing them Cowboys.
Yes.
Super
That's
worried about the Knicks. Y'all
Hey.
are super worried about the Knicks,
Hey,
which
Keith.
is good. Which is good.
Wait.
Which is
Hey,
good. I
Keith.
love it. I love it.
No.
I love
I
it.
expect Tigo and everybody. You know what I'm finding extremely shocking right now? That you can hear a pin drop on Cheddar's hand. Like literally. Like I have never ever in my life heard this man so quiet. Ever. Like I have to ask, do you remember how to use a microphone? Do you know how to speak? Or are you trying to learn sign language? Because I have never in my entire life heard you this speechless, bro. Like, I'm sorry. Like, this is a phenomenon for us. This is like a miracle in itself. Like, you okay back there, bro? You need CPR? You need to get you a defibrillator? You good? Because you quiet, bro. No? You sure? All right.
I think he's muted.
Crickets. I hear crickets.
Well, trust me when I tell you, he doesn't actually have to hit the mute button. He could just stay quiet. We'll know he's muted. So that's how we'll know.
He's just listening to what you say, Tigo. That's all.
Yeah, he's like, yesterday it was him doing all the talking. Tigo was being quiet. Tigo's not doing all the talking. And they basically are the WWE tag team Knicks. Okay, you're in. That's what they're doing right now. Oh, there. Yo, tag me in. Tigo went like this. Then, tag me in. And then now Tigo's like this. Tigo's like, Cheddar, I'm gonna tag you in. Cheddar's like this. I'm not tagging in. No way. What's going on, bro?
He jumped off the rope.
Yeah, he actually
started walking back.
He went back. He went back to the locker room. That's what he did.
No, this is what Tigo said. Tigo said,
What do you want me to say?
Tigo said, help me, Cheddar. I can't carry any more trash bags. Because this team is
It's like what can I defend what I watched last night? I mean, like what can I say?
Same thing we expect Keith to.
It's
bring
one
up the Dolphins.
it's
Word,
one game.
word.
It's one game.
waste management. This team is trash.
They're not trash. I mean, it's one game.
Trash.
I expect them to get better.
The Dolphin is trash though. Y'all know that.
Oh my
shit.
God.
Oh, wait. We'll get to that in a second.
I
Hey,
expect
Keith.
I expect the Knicks to get better throughout the season. I mean, it is
That's
what
what
it
I'm
is.
saying. It's one game, and y'all
So-
hype over one game.
Towns-
Are
Enjoy
they-
y'all glory. Enjoy
are they
y'all
gonna-
hypeness. Yes.
Are they gonna
Boston
go from
win one
50
game?
Are they going to go from a 50?
They blew Knicks out.
Are they going to go from a 55-gallon bag of trash to a 13-gallon trash? Is that what it's going to be? 13-gallon
Okay.
pile of trash.
Yeah. Yes. Bring up all the memes. Y'all know, and I know y'all worried about my.
Jason, it's like Jason is like,
It's just crazy that we're calling the Knicks trash off of
Wait.
one game, bro.
Jason is like this.
Like, it's-
This is like a drive-by. I'm just
It's
sucking.
it's
I'm
just
just-
crazy that we're calling the Knicks trash off of one game.
Yeah, they call
Like-
it a trash.
Towns is like, can you send
That's
me
what-
back to Minnesota?
It's one
That's why
game.
they
I was
worried.
like, I was just
Shut up.
on a losing team.
Shut up. I know they're worried, yo. You see how worried they
Worried?
are.
What?
All right, wait.
Listen, I
What?
study people. When people talk about the Knicks like that, they worried about the Knicks, yo. What
Okay,
the Knicks
bro.
is coming.
Worried?
I'll
They
be-
worried what's coming.
I'm going to be
worried
100.
for what's coming.
The only thing the Celtics are worried about is injuries. That's about
They're
it.
worried for what's coming.
Bro, we didn't have Kristaps last night,
Wait.
and y'all still
no,
got
I got
one.
this. Hold on a second. As far as Porzingis, yes, last year, by the way,
I'm not talking about Porzingis, so let's
I
forget
am.
about that.
just to let wait,
He's hurt.
I'm just to let you know right
know
now.
he's hurt. He's always hurt.
Last year without Porzingis, including the playoffs, the Celtics were 31 and 6.
31 and 6.
31 and 6.
I'm talking about
without
other
him.
injuries. I'm talking about
But-
other injuries.
Without him. That's how deep we are. But that goes with every team. So you're gonna expect some injuries. And right now, we don't have our third best player considered as far as the third best player in the team, Porzingis, and we still went 31 and 6. We still demolished y'all. And you know what it's like now playing with the Celtics because you didn't learn from last year. So we had to do it all over again.
Still
And
not
we are
scared.
not
I'm
worried.
still-
We're not
I'm
worried.
still not scared of the
We're not
Celtics
scared of Celtics.
You should be. You should
We're
be.
not scared of y'all.
You
at
should
all.
be.
at all.
At all.
Yeah, Keith. Yeah, Keith. I know Keith wants to jump in.
Yo,
Go ahead.
listen, you could throw all the memes out. You could throw whatever you want to throw out. Doesn't bother me.
Yeah, it does.
Doesn't bother me.
It don't bother me at all.
You felt the need to say that.
Go ahead, Keith. Go
You
ahead,
know,
Keith.
my grandmother used to say, "Sticks and stones may break your bones, but words never hurt." So, yeah.
Okay. Go ahead, Keith.
Our bench can beat your starting five.
Lies. Stop telling lies. Stop telling lies.
Yes.
Stop telling
Yes.
lies.
Yes.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Y'all
That's
know
what I'm
y'all-
talking
y-
about. Yes.
Y'all know
Yes.
that's a lie. Stop telling lies.
Yes.
Stop
One more
telling
thing.
lies.
I'm gonna be 100 right now. You guys aren't trash.
Stop
You just
clickbaiting.
trash when you play us.
Stop clickbaiting.
You
Okay.
just trash when you play us.
Okay. All right. I
Remember
mean,
the next games.
just
February
remember.
8th.
The fact that people are gonna sit here and agree and say the bench of the Boston Celtics could beat the Knicks is disturbing and annoying as fuck.
Hey, I didn't say nothing.
I didn't say it.
I just laughed.
I just laughed and enjoyed
I
the
just
joke.
laughed.
I enjoyed the joke.
You-
I enjoyed it. That's
One
all.
thing about me, don't include me at the
Hey.
end.
Also,
Hey.
it's a
You can
joke.
include
Also
me
a jo-
because I
it's a
laughed.
joke.
I
It's a
laughed.
joke.
I'm with it. It was
You
a
guys-
I
joke.
like your team.
You guys got jokes for me. I'm coming for you. I got jokes for you too.
My jokes
No,
were
no.
factual. That
At
was
least,
just
at
complete
least,
shit.
at least y'all know it's a joke, though. See, y'all know it's a joke.
We gotta laugh. You have to after that demolishing yesterday. Of course, the jokes are coming. You know that.
No,
Absolutely.
but I'm saying,
Absolutely.
y'all know that it's a joke. That y'all bench can beat our starters. Y'all know that's
What was a joke was letting us in the fourth quarter to start chucking threes because we had no thought about it. We just they got nothing on us. We just gonna keep letting
Right,
it fly.
and that's all they did. They
We're
just
not even
chucking.
worried.
Yeah.
We're just gonna embarrass them.
I'm just
it's all
curious,
good.
Jason. Real quick, Jason. You have a team on the NBA you follow or
Not really.
not really? Okay. All right.
NBA is not my jam.
All right. Well, hey, listen, man. There's a
That
seat.
was a good game.
There-
NBA Jam.
You have a seat on the green side, so you are
Man.
more than welcome. All right,
Trust
the
me.
winning
The
side.
winning side.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keith knows
Ooh.
I've sat through and watched some Celtics games with him like a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm gonna turn him to the good side.
There you
He'll be
go.
here 100 one day.
There you go.
So I'm staying hood. I don't want to come to the best side. I'm
I don't
staying
want
hood.
to. I don't want
And
to.
stay in New York.
Staying hood.
I'm
You
staying
stay
hood.
in the
I'm
trash
staying New
can.
York.
If I
So-
could shit,
so-
if I could take a poop on a Celtics jersey, I would.
I would
Let's just
too.
put it like that, and I'll do it in
Okay,
front of
no,
like
that's
20 people.
fine. That's fine. Now, just for the record, this is not. I'm just saying. I'm gonna say something personal. I know, my boy out there, Jaime. He's out there in Oklahoma. I know you are from the city, from the hood in the Bronx. I know you are a diehard Knicks fan. So everything we said to Cheddar and Tigo, you know, I got to go back to the high school days. It applies to you too, my friend. Just to let you know that. Okay, I love you. You know I love you. You my boy. We've known each other since we were 6 years old. But everything that was said to Cheddar and Tigo goes to you with love.
and,
Throw it out there.
and your boy gonna say the thing. We hood. We
Oh,
we
he.
don't
Oh
go,
no.
we don't go
Listen.
on the good side. We stay on.
Listen.
we
I'm gonna
stay-
tell you
we
one
stay
thing.
New York.
He's gonna let me have it, so I'm cool with
I
it.
know.
It's not new. It's not new to me. I'm used to it. I'm used to him coming back at me. Okay. And I've told him he needs to come on, and I have a feeling he will find his way because I'm going to force his hand to come on the show. I'm gonna force his hand. I mean, don't make me do this, bro. All right. Just remember, you're more than welcome to come on the show. With that being said, that I enjoy the roasting. Thank you, Keith. I appreciate it because their season is going to be really long. To the second game of the doubleheader last night, it was between the Lakers and the Timberwolves. The Lakers won that game, but that wasn't really the biggest story in professional sports, not just in the NBA. The biggest story for the first time in NBA history, in the same game, but at least maybe even in the league, a father and son, LeBron James had an opportunity to play with his son, Bronny James. Congratulations on making history as the first father and son playing on the same team in the NBA. So congratulations. Bronny was on the court for about 3 minutes, and and enjoy that historic moment because it only happens once, and it happened to them. So congratulations on
It
that.
should only happen once. He should be sent down to the G League.
Well, you all know how I feel about this. I mean, but if you want me to go, I'm glad they did it. It was 3 minutes worth, and to be honest with you, I just hope that it's just 3 minutes.
Yeah, he is not. Yeah, he is not. He is not an NBA levels player right now at all.
I know that his last game in the preseason, he had 17 points. But like I told Zach, him and I have had this discussion. Obviously, not on the show, but I'm not going to just take one game, and I'm not saying Zachary is because he's not. But I'm going to take the entire product, summer league, preseason. I'm taking it all, and like I said before, I'll continue to say it until I see it with my own eyes. I don't see what everybody else sees right now. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying he's not going to make. I'm saying I don't see what people see at this particular moment. But I do agree with what Cheddar says. At the very least, that young man is not going to improve his game while sitting on the bench. And let's be honest, the likelihood is he was going to spend the majority of the time in the season sitting on the bench. To me, he should be going down to the G League and developing his game. Because we all know he had the cardiac arrest. We know he didn't really play the way he should have played in college. He was recovering more so on a physical end than anything else. And I know that he wants to play in the NBA, and that's fine. Whether people may say he didn't deserve it to be there or doesn't need the opportunity, that's a separate argument. But at the very least, you're already in the NBA. He should go to the G League and develop his skills. In my opinion, he's not ready to be in the NBA. I have to agree with Chet on that. But at the end of the day, congratulations. It's a fantastic story. The Griffeys were there. And does anyone else have anything to say to that?
Lakers almost lost that game.
Yeah, if he stays in the NBA, it's just to make LeBron happy.
Now, it doesn't mean I'm talking about either the game or Bronny James. So it could be the whole thing. So I don't want anybody to think specifically about Bron.
I thought it was dope. I thought it was dope when they made history doing what they did. I mean,
I agree.
We ain't never gonna see that again for probably a long time.
Can Rudy Gobert play any defense against Anthony Davis?
No.
He stays getting cooked by a good
if he could play defense, the outcome would have been different last night in that game.
I think that was the difference because they both had similar numbers. Some better than others. I mean, that goes without saying. But in the grand scheme of things, a lot of those numbers were pretty close for the most part. But the difference was Gobert getting cooked by Anthony Davis. I think that was the big difference.
Like cooked. Like
Well, Anthony Davis finished with like 35 points or something like
30,
that. Right?
36.
It was like
36
36 and 14 or something like that.
Dominant.
36.
I'm sorry.
36 and 13.
Jeez. Wow.
Yeah, LeBron only had like 18 or something like that.
Yeah, 16.
16.
And Russell only had 9.
Jeez. That 30 and 16, man.
Yo, that team needs some help, yo.
Which one?
Team is Lakers. They're sorry. That's a sorry ass team.
I think the Lakers aren't going to do good this year.
No, they're sorry. That's a sorry team.
I mean, to be honest with you, the best thing they have, and I'm not saying that, but right now, if it's not for Anthony Davis, I don't really see them even making the playoffs.
Yep.
I'm going to be very honest with you because the Western Conference is really deep. I mean, it's just such a deep team. I mean, the Sacramento Kings improved by getting DeRozan. Everyone else, like I said, Denver's still Denver. Oklahoma City is young. They've got that triple nucleus that is just so young with Alexander, Holmgren, and they traded for the Bulls. I can't even think of the guy's name.
The thing with Minnesota is it's going to be tough for them to win when you're getting 10 points from Dante DiVincenzo. 32 minutes, 10 points.
Now?
Yeah, he's on the Timberwolves with Julius Randle. Julius Randle also put up 16 points.
Well, I'm going to give...
they shot 41% from the field, 31% from 3. It's 32. Sorry.
I'm gonna give the Timberwolves just a little bit of a pass, and here's why: because you've got the two players that you just mentioned. They're coming into a new system for them. They have to be
Interesting.
able to. They have
That's
to. They have to.
interesting.
Be, they have to be able to acclimate into the system.
Oh, that's interesting.
With Edwards and Gobert. Okay, whereas the Lakers, with the exception of the draft picks, it's pretty much the same team from last year.
So
It's-
where's that argument with the Knicks?
What about it?
Mikal Bridges, Carl Anthony Towns.
Listen, you
both
ain't getting
new-
by.
new
Listen,
players.
they're not getting by the Celtics.
Malcolm Mitting.
So let me just kind of give my opinion on how I see those two teams. I think they're different situations because I think the reason for the Knicks to do it was for like that's their team. I think that the reason the Timberwolves did it is because this is Julius Randle's last year. I think they did that trade so that they can give the Knicks Karl Anthony Towns contract. And then after Julius Randle's contract expires, they can then use that money to then get another superstar or two. And then I think that they're going to look to the future, after Julius Randle is gone. So I think this is just kind of that in-between year, unfortunately for them. Hopefully, a few games from now they can start getting it together at some point. That's how I think those situations are different. I think the Knicks are like win now. That's why we did that trade. And I think that the Timberwolves was to just clear up, cap space and just get money to sign some players. Because
It's still two new players to another team needing to acclimate.
Yeah, I think that's just that in between year until they try and sign somebody. Because maybe they want to offer Randall at the end of the year, but
I don't think you're understanding my argument here.
You just said what's
you
compared the Timberwolves.
Right. You said what's the difference?
That's not what I'm comparing.
No, that's what you.
Two different players going to a team that acclimate. They started. They didn't really struggle, but
you brought up the two. You said how's that any different than the Knicks? And I said I think it's different in the sense that this is the Knicks to win now. Like that trade is to win now. That's your team going forward because you have Karl Anthony Towns for years in the future. I think Julius Randle is for this 1 year. Now, obviously, whether or not they want to resign him, that's up to them. But I wouldn't want to resign Randle. I would play this year out and then next year try and then bring in a superstar or two. I think the trades are different. Obviously, you have the rest of the year this season to just improve.
The other point of it,
start playing
and the other point is Towns is familiar with Thibodeau. Remember, Thibodeau was the coach in Minnesota, so he already knows Thibodeau's system. There's nothing for him. Yeah, he just maybe has to get used to, like Brunson's style of play, versus, maybe things of that nature. But at the end of the day, the system is still the same because he played under Thibodeau in Minnesota. So there really isn't much for him to have to learn. Whereas two other players
have center for him too.
And he plays center exactly. Whereas the other two, Randle and DiVincenzo, they're learning a new system. Like legit, besides acclimated with their teammates, they have to learn an entirely new system. Whereas Towns doesn't.
I think DiVincenzo's at a little bit of a disadvantage too because he's gone from being one of the go-to options to now like he's taking a back seat to Julius Randle. He's taking a back seat to Karl Anthony Towns.
Gobert.
I know Michael Conley is still an experienced vet. Like he's not going to get as many shots as he did with the Knicks. But I think for DiVincenzo, it's just more about his shooting percentage and shooting like 40% from three on however many attempts he gets.
Him and Brunson Pops had a riff. What was the riff about?
Who?
It was something about their dad.
It was just a disagreement they had
because Brunson's dad's a coach on the Knicks. I think DiVincenzo's just
they're keeping that private. They won't say anything about that.
It has nothing to do with between the two.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's just I don't know if it was just too early for them to play against each other and he took it personal, and that's just.
I think he's kind of heard that. I think he's kind of heard that we traded him. He wanted to stay with the.
Of course,
the Villanova.
I get it, but
he also wanted a bigger role, which that role was going to be taken up by Mr. Shoot like freaking shoot like a 10-year-old in the NBA now.
Now, Keith, I just got a quick question for you. Like The Rock, does it even matter for the Knicks against the Celtics? Does it matter at all? It doesn't matter. That's what I wanted to hear. Thank you.
I think DiVincenzo forgot he wasn't on the Knicks anymore with those orange sneakers he was wearing last night. That Nick orange.
Oh man,
He didn't want to leave the
That's
Knicks.
hilarious. I'd ask if Jason has any input on this, but you are more than welcome to add your 2 cents, brother.
I have nothing to say.
All right, moving on,
So wait
I
a
guess.
second, Tigo. You said that the Lakers aren't a good team, right?
I said the Lakers look bad on paper. but
Lakers
their
are better
team
than the Knicks. I mean, Knicks are better than the Lakers. Sorry.
I know you
No,
ain't gonna
I'm just
say
saying you can't say they're any kind of team. It's just one game. It's just one game.
I know.
It's
But
just
it's
one
the same.
game.
But it's the same. But it's the same
It's
team
the
from
same
last
team
year.
from
So
last
I
year,
can say that. I
basically,
can
so
say
it's
that
like-
because it's the same team from last year.
Yo,
Right. And we're the
Hey, that-
and we're the same team from last year,
They
and
got,
we
so they got
comped
that
you.
experience now.
Yeah.
No one's saying the Celtics are trash.
yo, is it
Y'all make
You're-
no
you
sense.
guys-
Y'all
you
make
guys
no
are
sense
completely
at
dis-
all. Y'all
you guys are
make no
completely
sense.
discrediting the Knicks. Like the
Y'all
Knicks are
make-
garbage.
They
The
just-
Knicks are
they-
not
Yo,
garbage,
Cheddar,
bro.
They just want to be hyped, Cheddar.
Exactly.
No, again, don't throw me
I
into
agree
this.
with
I
you.
haven't
This is
said
why I don't-
anything.
This is why I don't.
Get,
This is why I
get your
don't
hype on.
comment.
Get your hype
I
on.
don't comment.
Get your hype on.
yo,
Yeah.
keep
They just want to be hyped, Cheddar.
Keith, look at it. Listen, Keith took his cell phone and he
make
put a
that sense.
timer 24 hours from yesterday and wait for the countdown for the show because Keith came prepped.
You know, I just okay, y'all talking on the Lakers.
Go ahead.
I just want to say one thing.
Go ahead.
The Knicks in the Eastern Conference had 50 wins. The Lakers in the Western Conference had 47 wins. So what would you weigh more?
Knicks got better.
What are y'all talking about? Y'all talking about
I'm
last
saying,
year?
You saying you're not liking the Lakers. I'm just saying they got the same exact team, same chemistry as last year. You know?
So
What are y'all talking about?
saying.
What is that? What does that have to do with
By the
my
way,
team?
You're saying the Lakers are bad, but I'm saying they had the same team as last
I
year.
said
and
they look
won.
bad
I'm like,
on
y'all.
paper.
yesterday.
The same team that they have is the same team. The same team they have last year. The same team they have this year.
I didn't think the
same
Lakers
team
looked
had
all that
3
good
wins
last year
less
on
than you in
paper.
a harder conference.
So
So,
Mhm.
I'm mostly referring.
Listen,
Tigo.
listen. He's making the argument. I'm not defending the Lakers yet. I'm not doing that. I can't do it.
I'm not
but-
even
but he
defending the
can.
Lakers, but
I-
y'all
He's
saying like,
existing.
the
I
Knicks had
thought-
such a big improvement, and I'm like, well, they didn't look like
They
it.
did have a
They
big
look like
improvement.
it.
I thought the Lakers were bad on paper last year. I didn't even think they were going to
And
make the
they had
playoffs
3
or the play in.
less wins than you in a harder conference. That's
Okay.
all I'm saying. So
That's a good
So?
point.
Well,
maybe you guys aren't as good as you think you are.
let me make this clear so y'all all know. This is a
Okay, go
new
ahead.
year. This is
Go
a
ahead.
new year.
It's starting off great.
Yeah.
It's starting off great.
Yeah. Somebody give me that clapping sound for the Knicks the way they started.
I love it. I love it, man.
Yeah.
I love it.
Oh man.
I
So-
love it.
So all I know is, hey, Keith, do me a favor. Make sure that the picture, the image that I sent regarding that cowboy hat, I want that cowboy hat. Let me know. I need 2 of those. I need a Romo jersey because that's going to belong to Cheddar. I haven't decided which cowboy. Oh, you know what? We need to get Tigo and Ezekiel Elliott jersey, but you know how Ezekiel Elliott likes to wear it only halfway down, right? So,
Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that. We don't do no homo over here. No homo over here.
all right. But we got to get him a cowboy jersey that is not like, oh, I could wear this. No, that he doesn't want. Oh, you think he would wear Dak Prescott?
You just have them both wear Tony Romo for
Oh, you know what? Both Tony Romos. I'm cool with
One's
it.
Dak, one's got to wear Tony.
Okay, that's fine. Because
Tony
that's
Romo
right.
and Dak
You know what?
Prescott are my
Tigo can wear
favorite
the Dak
QBs in the
Prescott because
NFL.
wait. Tigo can wear the Dak Prescott because he did say, "I don't want him on the Giants."
They are
If that's a
my
possibility. He did
favorite
say that.
quarterbacks in the NFL. Dak
He did
Prescott,
say
Tony
that.
Romo.
He did say
Listen,
that.
you know what? All of y'all doing is not gonna happen. You know what? Because this is next year. Right.
You know what's crazy is I was
that's
about to
y'all-
bring up the longest yard. I was
y'all
about
crew.
to bring up the longest yard, bro.
Oh my God.
I was about to bring up the longest yard. That's actually funny.
That's y'all crew. I don't roll with them crew. That's y'all crew to roll with.
Oh my God. I'm crying. Oh my god.
Only
Do
y'all
Dak
roll like that.
Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott, you know.
Oh my
Duo.
god. Wait, by the way, who was that? Was that
New-
Jason
New-
or Keith?
New Yorkers don't roll like that. Only Boston.
Are you taking credit for that, Keith?
Only
No,
Boston
No,
people roll like
Jason,
that.
my man. Perfect time. Which is
New
a
Yorkers
perfect
don't roll
segue.
like that. Boston people roll like that.
Yo, as far as a perfect segue
Oh,
right into the NFL. So of course we have this owner of the so-called NFL team of the Dallas Cowboys, Jerry Jones, and because he actually has an agreement on a particular show to do an interview, I believe it's once a week, and this one DJ asked him a question in regards to may have sounded a bit negative for Jerry Jones as far as why didn't you do anything in the offseason or why they're not doing so well, something to that effect. And of course, Jerry Jones, which is very callous, I think it was extremely unprofessional to threaten that young man's livelihood, saying that he can get someone else to ask him questions. Well, if you want someone else to ask you questions in a nice way, then ask a Cowboy fan, because at the end of the day, last time I checked in an interview, he said, I'm the president, I'm the owner, I'm the president, I'm the CEO, I'm the general manager, and the buck stops with me. So if you want to not be asked why you haven't done anything in the past 3 decades, well, then guess what? Give up that position. But to do that, I think it was very unprofessional. I think it was very callous on his part. And,
I think his feelings was just hurt. So he was just in his feelings.
well, because our dear friend Jason and the Lions embarrassed him on his birthday. What was the score again, Jason? What was it, like 47-9? I think it was something like that, or 8 or something. Not that it matters, but they just got beat down.
Pummeled.
Yeah, it was 47-9.
47-9. Okay. So with that being said, I mean, I really could care less about the Cowboys, to be honest with you. They deserve everything that they're getting after, as far as CeeDee Lamb here in Oklahoma. So I got your back, CeeDee Lamb. But as far as Dak Prescott and everyone else getting there you go. No trades, no nothing. There you go. And this is what he does. And come to find out that Derrick Henry during the offseason intentionally was working out in Texas, and he was asked, would you like to be a Cowboy? And he said, yes, I want to be a Cowboy. And Jerry Jones didn't even bother contacting his agent, didn't even bother finding out to see if he wants to be able to sign Derrick Henry. And Jerry Jones said, by the way, these aren't my words, these are his words. He couldn't afford it.
Yeah,
He literally said he couldn't afford it. So, you know what? You reap what you sow. You're 3-3, 0-3 at home. Go ahead, Cheddar. What were you going to say?
Why aren't you running Ezekiel Elliott more? Jerry Jones's answer: we're preserving him. We're keeping him fresh. Who is the starting running back for the Dallas Cowboys?
I don't know.
Who cares?
I believe it's some
Wendell? Dowdle? Who is that?
I have no idea. Ask Jerry Jones. He
Is
signed
that
him.
my neighbor that's 58 years old right here, freaking playing running back for the Cowboys? Like, who?
Well, as far as that goes,
and then the ego on Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, you are freaking bomb, dude. What have you done? What have you done? He hasn't done nothing since gas was $2.
well, $2.
That's
mean,
the
as far
last
as-
time the Dallas Cowboys have done anything, when gas was $2. And these Cowboy fans are so ignorant. They're so blind. They must love drinking that whiskey, because down in Dallas, there's nothing. There's no hope in Dallas. Your highest paid player is a Dak Prescott, who is not even the best QB in the NFC East.
Wasn't
He's
it 19
trash.
years ago?
The only quarterback Dak Prescott is better than is Daniel Jones.
Cheddar,
Oh,
it's not Cowboys fans alone, yeah. It's not Cowboys fans alone. There's a lot of teams like that, Cheddar.
Yeah, but we don't hear him as much as the Cowboy fans.
They wish they could have been like the Giants that win a couple of Super Bowl in the last few years. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, that's another fan base, the Eagles. The
Yeah.
Eagles fan base, man, they talk like they've been relevant before. They've been relevant for
well,
6 years.
well, they did-
Congratulations.
I mean,
But
recent history.
yeah, but
recently
Saquon
they've been
Barkley
relevant.
kind of. Barkley basically told the Giants organization, because we all know what was said
Good
during
for
that
him.
program.
That hurt. That
Good
one
for
hurt.
him.
That
he,
one hurt.
he made a statement. I don't think it was to the Giants team, and I don't think it was to the Giants fans.
No,
it was to
it's
the
the
organization.
The
It was to the organization. No, the entire organization. I'm not going to put this on the GM, because the owner could have said, "No, we're signing him anyway." The owner has the last word. It doesn't matter. I'm not going to put that on the GM.
What I'm
Putting
gonna
that on the
say,
entire
what I'm
organization.
gonna say is that the year he got franchise tagged is we offered him $13.3 million per year on a 3-year contract, and he denied it. So I'm not really gonna put anything on the organization.
You're telling me they offered him a 3-year, $13 million?
Yeah, I think you want
13.3 year.
Oh, more
per year.
guaranteed.
I think that
Per
they
year.
wanted more guaranteed.
More guaranteed. That's what he wanted.
That was the guarantee
I don't
per
know.
year.
No, they didn't guarantee the whole contract. Whatever it is
my
that they
bad, my
guarantee-
bad. It was
whatever
like
they-
11. It was 11 point something.
Right.
per year.
Whatever they guaranteed him, he just basically said, "No, I just want more guarantee." He wasn't
But that's
complaining
okay.
about
I'm
the year. He
done
wasn't
talking
talking
about the Giants.
he wanted more guaranteed money. That's what he wanted. So with that being said, but as far as that goes, though, this past week, with some trades happening, DeAndre Hopkins just got traded today to the Chiefs, Amari Cooper last week to the Bills, and Devontae Adams to the Jets. The one that really makes me laugh more is the one with Devontae Adams to the Jets.
And I
Zachary brought
watched that game too.
Zachary brought this up.
Better.
I would have never guessed this. Okay, so the Jets are 2-5 with Aaron Rodgers, right?
Mhm.
Last year with Zach Wilson, the Jets were 4-3. Put that into perspective. Put that food for thought. Okay, so Devontae Adams. Hold on a second. Devontae Adams leaves the pathetic Raider nation, Raider crap, Raider garbage, Raider. You know what, man? Just stop calling yourselves a football team. The smartest thing Devontae Adams did was he wanted to get out of that Raider nonsense crap. And unfortunately for him, he went to another garbage situation right now in Aaron Rodgers. Right now, people want to say that the Jets suck. You know what? Woody Johnson gave you a defense. He's given Aaron Rodgers everything he wanted. He's got it now. There's no more excuses for Aaron Rodgers. None, in my opinion. No excuses anymore. You got what you wanted. Okay. And I'm not going to say what he wanted. I'm not going to say that Aaron Rodgers requested all this stuff, but I'm just saying everything has been in place and has been provided now for Aaron Rodgers. Now he's got to make it work because he's throwing too many interceptions. Okay. And he's not getting the ball to the players right now. You got a Breece Hall who went off last game, by the way, over 100 yards reception. Got, I believe, another touchdown rushing, maybe even 2, I believe. So he was the star. He was the offense. So right now, Aaron Rodgers needs to either put up or shut up and stop going to those paid gigs on the Pat McAfee show and start watching more film or start practicing or doing something. Because right now, Aaron Rodgers, he sucks right now. He's not doing anything for the Jets. He's not.
I concur that. I said the same thing. He ain't doing shit.
So that's all I'm saying. But right now, with that being said, the team that really is actually doing what they're supposed to be doing, and I'm gonna say it because our boys on. It's the Detroit Lions. I got to give credit where credit is due, Jason.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
I'm not gonna lie. Right now, only because even though Patrick Mahomes, statistically speaking, is probably having one of his worst career years, statistically speaking, but right now, the number one team, in my opinion, is the Chiefs. They're 6-0. I got to give where credit is due. It's Mahomes. Somehow they're finding a way to win. Somehow. But besides that, I would have to say the next best team in the NFL right now is the Detroit Lions. They have their quarterback. They have an offensive, arguably the best defensive line in the league. They've got a two-headed monster in the running game. They've got the wide receivers. They've got the. By the way, I got Sam Laporta in my fantasy team. you need to tell your boy he needs to do something because he's really pissing me off right now. He's not doing anything this year.
I
And I
agree.
drafted him. So, and then they've got a fantastic defense. Unfortunately, Hutchinson has a broken tibula, a leg that is
Tibia
going to,
and his fibula. He
It-
fractured both.
and he's going to
AKA
be
his
out.
leg is done.
They said, but it's crazy. But they said the earliest he could potentially make it
Yep. Go ahead.
is for the Super Bowl.
Yep.
That's what they said.
Speak
They
that
said-
into existence.
Impossible.
Yeah,
Impossible.
literally.
Not happening.
I'm not saying he is. I'm not saying
Not-
that he
it's
was
not
going to play.
happening.
Obviously, I don't want him to play if he's not ready or rush if they make the Super Bowl. I know that that's going to be what he's going to want, and you can't blame him for that. But they said that the earliest that he could potentially make it, timetable wise, is the Super Bowl. Is the
He
earliest to be
needs
able to make
he
it.
needs so much to go right in order to return for the Super Bowl. He
Right,
needs
no,
his
and I get it.
He needs his body not to refuse the whole freaking rod.
I mean-
it's not happening.
As
No,
much as I would love for him to return, and trust me, I would love for him to return.
Set it out.
But
Set it out.
I don't think Dan Campbell will let him come back.
I don't think so either.
Yeah,
I-
he
as
wouldn't,
much as-
let him play.
No, I totally
Now-
agree.
Now I have a
agree.
question for you, Jason. Who do you want Detroit to go trade for?
Um,
The question is,
I
what
have
would
I
you
have
not
a name. I have a name, but I don't think they can do it right now.
I mean, who I would want them to, or who do I
Who do
realistically
you think?
they're gonna go
Realistically.
after?
Yeah, realistically.
Hold
I
on.
have a name.
Gotta look up his name. 1 second.
Say the name.
But
Jason wants Crosby.
it's
Max Crosby
It could
from
be
the
Ma-
Raiders.
it
I
could be
would
Max
love-
Crosby or Azeez Ojolari from the Giants.
You got to give up the farm for Max Crosby, and I don't think
Yeah, you do.
Brad
I don't-
Holmes is going to do that.
No, he's not, because that's how he built the Detroit
I-
Lions, especially last year through the draft.
I think a good option for the Detroit Lions is the Giants' Azeez Ojolari. That's if the Giants are even willing to trade him because the situation we have with Kayvon Thibodeau.
I'm sorry, I got to look this guy up real quick.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the Lions, unless their defensive line falls apart in the next several weeks, I don't think they should do anything. So I think the Lions right now are sitting okay. They're sitting pretty good. And but I just wanted to say, besides the Chiefs, though, right now the Detroit Lions are the best team in the league. You know, even though they're sitting at 5-1.
So, Cheddar, to answer your question, I think realistically, a defensive end like Zadarius Smith from Cleveland is who I think they were going to attempt to go after. But I don't honestly think they're going to make a move. What I do think is they have to make a move. That's my opinion, in order for this realistic Super Bowl chance to actually happen. Because I heard another broadcaster say it, like when you have a player like an Aiden Hutchinson go down for an injury, it always
Which, by the
seems
way,
like-
now let me interrupt, Jason. Which, by the way, leads the NFL in sacks. Go ahead.
No, we don't.
Well, when he got hurt, he was.
Oh, he was tied. Yeah, he's one ahead Dexter Lawrence. Sorry.
But go ahead, Jason. I'm sorry.
what another broadcaster said was it always seems after an injured player goes down, the next game the team rallies and they just have like a really good game, which is kind of what they did against the Vikings. Now, when the next games that proceed after that, they kind of reveal themselves. So that's what I think we're going to look at, we're going to see. And if we reveal ourselves and like we see some kinks in the armor, then I think they'll go after someone, because what the trade deadline is November 5th or something. So I think they got time and they're going to take their time.
Okay. With the other big news is Tua is planning on coming back. They're saying that week
Don't even
8
get me started on this.
is basically they're saying I don't know. Well, you know what, Keith, you tell me. It's this week. So he's been I'm assuming, because it's this week, I'm gonna assume that he's been cleared to play. And but I don't know if he's officially playing. So Keith, I'm gonna let you, since I know you follow the Dolphins. So is Tua clear to play? And if so, is he playing?
He's cleared to play, but he hasn't been named the quarterback for this week yet. Which, I mean, he's gonna be the quarterback. Everybody knows that, but he just hasn't. It hasn't been official yet.
Because I know the guy they signed, Huntley, he was hurt. And
Right.
I don't know if he's coming back, or I don't know how long he's out, or is he day to day. But as far as the quarterback status, I mean, what do you think is going to end up happening, and what is going on now that Tua is coming back?
Well, I think he's playing, to be honest with you. Obviously, everybody's heard his interview. He's not wearing a Guardian hat. It's his choice to play. Nobody knows the discussions that's happened between him and his doctors.
Do you think he should come back?
I mean, me personally, he's been throwing all these 5 weeks that he's been out. He said he hasn't had any symptoms whatsoever from the day after on to this point. He hasn't had any symptoms. I don't know. You look at all the other players back in the 80s and 90s. I mean, there was concussions that probably no one even knew about during games, and they still played.
But of course,
there's some players that have had prolonged, effects from it, but there's also players that haven't. Troy Aikman retired because of concussions. He looks like he's pretty, still together. He doesn't have any long-term, issues from it as of now. They say Junior Seau was one of those that had. They said Junior Seau was one of those that had, bad effects from CTE, but he could have also had mental issues that weren't from CTE. We don't know that. They blame it on CTE, but they don't know that for sure. What?
That's true.
Antonio Brown, Le'Veon Bell. I believe they have CTE.
You believe it, or you got facts on that?
I couldn't pull.
Le'Veon Bell looks fine. I believe Antonio Brown is like mentally ill.
Yes.
You think it's mental?
Yeah.
I think he's mentally
I
ill.
couldn't
mental.
pull it up right now, Keith. But
Yeah, but I mean, look. As far as Tua coming back, Buffalo is 5-2, Miami is 2-4. Buffalo has played one more game because of the bye. They're 2.5 ahead of Miami, but technically, because Buffalo beat them head to head, they're technically 3.5 because they've got the tiebreaker right now. The Jets season is done. They're 2-5. New England is 1-6. It's still listen, they still have a shot. Right now, Miami is sitting 10th. Okay, but that's because they haven't played a game. One game less than everybody else. They're behind Cincinnati, the Chargers, for the 8th and 9th spot right now. So we have to see how Tua is going to play, and hopefully he doesn't get concussed anymore, or for a while or ever. But we're going to know if he plays.
Like he said, he just has to be smart. Throw the ball away. Who cares if you're losing yards? They need you in the games, not sitting on the sideline. I mean, it's just a proven thing. They're a better team with him. So he just has to be smart. The only thing that's going to give if he's smart, the only thing that's going to happen is if he gets hit from the behind or something, or slammed to the ground. That's unavoidable. You can't stop yourself from that happening.
Yeah, like in fighting, it's always the one you don't see,
right,
that knocks you out.
Right. But they're favored 3.5 since they said he was practicing this week, so it looks to me like he's playing.
Okay.
Keith, I got a question for you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think do you think Tua will, I don't want to use the word bully, but like convince McDaniel to let him start? Or do you think McDaniel is under so much pressure that he's going to just start him?
he's going to start him.
I think who knows if it's true, but Tua said that McDaniels talks to his doctors just as much as Tua talks to them.
Okay.
And whatever they're going to tell him, he's going to make a decision from that, which he's already, he's practicing, he's playing. And it could be out of desperation. Who knows?
If he's cleared, there's no reason he shouldn't play.
At the end of the day, whether it's desperation or not, if he's cleared to play, and if Tua wants to play, he's gonna play. I mean, I think we've already established that in the press conferences from Tua. He's gonna play
Yeah, but
no matter what.
Wasn't that his third concussion, right?
No, I think that's his fifth, and one of them goes back to Alabama. I believe that's his fifth.
So that's 5 concussions.
And he
Man,
went into the
listen.
fencing position in 3 of them. The last 3.
I mean, the last one was his fault. He should have slide. That was his fault. Because I'm sure
he
they've
also
already
said
told
he's
him.
not changing the way he plays.
No one's asking him to change the way he plays. They're asking him that he needs to. You don't need to change the way you play. You need to change to preserve your not just career but your life. You have to slide. You don't slide, you're not playing again. I'm telling you right now, he's got to slide at the very least to start there.
With
All
the
right.
protection around quarterbacks in the NFL, he needs to slide.
We are watching a guy ruin his life. Is what we're gonna watch. He's
That's
gonna
what I
ruin
said,
his
too.
life. The concussion's gonna happen. Either another concussion's gonna happen this year, or it's gonna happen next year, and he is gonna ruin his future life. That's what he's gonna do. That's what he's doing.
So what about
Like-
Josh Allen? He's had 2 concussions this year that they didn't
That-
report.
That's on him. It's not reported. I can't speak on it because I have no idea about it. So
But you have no idea what Tua's been through and what he's been talking to his doctors about. You don't know what his
That's-
scans look like.
he's ruining his future life. Is what it is.
Okay. But anyways, they consider a concussion in the NFL is considered if you get hit and you see stars, that's a concussion. Brett Favre said he must have had 5,000 concussions in his career if that's the case.
I get a if that's the case, I get a concussion every time I wake up and get out of bed.
Shit, I get a concussion when I
It's
sneeze
the
too
NFL's
hard.
guideline. If you're seeing stars from getting hit, that's a concussion. They
It's not a
said.
concussion.
Yeah,
Listen, I get a concussion for sneezing too
recall
hard.
stuff. You get told something
From
for 5.
sneezing.
You get told something. You have to be able to recall it exactly 5 minutes later. If you cannot do that, it is a concussion. Or you have sensitivity to brightness, vomiting, dizziness, headaches, severe headaches, loss of memory. That's a concussion, not seeing stars.
Okay, so you were there when Brett Favre was told that. Okay.
I just think Brett
I
Favre was wrong.
don't listen. At the end of the day, we all listen. We all know that we don't want to happen again or Josh Allen. But when it comes down to it, though, it's gonna be his decision, obviously with the doctors and all, and it's not gonna be the coach's decision because if Tua says I'm ready, doctor says he's ready, medically speaking, and I want to play. What is the coach supposed to do?
You
Not
play him.
play him because he's
No, you
scared.
play him. You
He's gonna play him.
I'm
No
not saying-
different.
I'm
No
just-
different if it's the
I'm
Giants,
just-
Seattle.
I just don't want nothing to happen to him, man. That's all.
No, I get it, but you
That's
know,
all.
at the end of the day, it's gonna be his decision.
What
I
I've
do-
seen, it looks very bad. What
I do think that they need a backup plan. You need to go get another quarterback,
I agree.
trade or do something.
I agree.
Mm.
You can't just have your whole team fall apart because one person's not available.
Right.
Mhm.
I agree.
But so just real quick, because I know we just want to just say out there real quick before anything is over. I just want to say out there that our Seahawks did phenomenal last week. They won 34-14, and I remember last time Cheddar said that one person is making a difference. So Byron Murphy II is back. He said it doesn't, right?
Said it doesn't.
It doesn't. Well, Byron Murphy II came back. He played the first 3 games, defensive tackle, 3-0. When he was out, they ran it down our throats. 0-3. He came back. They still ran it, but not as much as they did last time. And now we're 4-3. So we ran the ball. Kenneth Walker is back, and there've been a few trades that was made with Jones the fourth from the Titans, and we also got a linebacker. Oh no, I'm sorry, defensive tackle from Jacksonville as well. So we're trying to show up the defense. So I'm really hoping that this right now is a springboard for the next 2 games before our bye week, and if we can finish 6-3, I would be stoked because I don't think anybody was anticipating Seattle to be at 6-3 with a Geno Smith at quarterback
Hey,
and a rookie head coach.
hey, listen.
So-
I'm rooting for Seattle, man.
So,
Plain and simple.
well, I mean,
that's always been. my
well, I'm
second
glad
team
you're
at
rooting for Seattle because there's nothing to root for the Giants about.
Exactly.
No offense.
Exactly.
No
it's
offense.
none taken.
You know,
It is what it is.
So,
Efren,
Yeah.
Going back to Miami real quick, if they win this
go ahead,
week, if they win this week against the Cardinals, the big test is the following week when we play Buffalo.
Yeah, at Buffalo.
Right.
That's huge on the road. It's huge. So, like I said, even though it's just 2 weeks, don't even Miami's not thinking of Buffalo to some degree there, but obviously they're not, and they shouldn't because they're going to be at Arizona. And right now, I believe Arizona is 3-4, I believe. So they're actually clicking on cylinders to some degree right now. If they can somehow manage to go on the road and win, and then the following weekend is going to be at Buffalo, that is a must win because that's going to then enable them to be able to control the AFC East. So the next 2 games is pretty much going to dictate. I ain't saying it, but it's going to probably dictate the rest of their season as to how they're going to go. If you go 1-1, preferably beating Buffalo. But the better option is you want to win the next 2 games so they'd be able to control their own destiny. And right now, if they could do that, they're going to be fine. Because who would think about this? Who would have thought that with Tua out, being 2-4, that they would still be in the hunt for the division? Let's be honest. I don't think too many people were thinking about that. I thought the season was over myself because we really didn't know when Tua was going to be able to come back. So,
yeah, it's because their defense is actually playing pretty decently, even with all of our injuries that we have on defense.
So I'm just curious, though, real quick, Cheddar, when you were over. By the way, you could have saved your money, but that's not the point. How was it watching what you watched on Sunday? I'm just curious.
I was fine. I got to
No,
see.
it wasn't. They lost.
I don't care. I got to see. I got to see Saquon. I got to see Malik Neighbors. Extra Lawrence play. That's it.
Still thinking Neighbors is still better than Tyreek Hill?
100%. 100%. I will not change my stance.
All right. I mean,
are we?
If he doesn't get a Pro Bowl or an All Pro, if he doesn't get an All Pro, he's already falling behind, right?
So he can say that, but I can't say the Knicks are trash. Okay.
I never said you can't say the Knicks are trash.
You said how can you sit there and actually say the Knicks are trash?
Off of one game.
I'm not saying it off of one game. They're trash.
He said
Tick was like,
all right, let's go. Are we doing group? Are we doing our picks?
Yeah, let's do that. Actually, no, go right ahead, Zachary. You have the those games. Let's do our picks right now for the coming week here.
All right. Let me see. Let me get to it real quick.
NFL picks.
Yeah. Oh, look at that right there.
All right. Vikings, Rams.
Vikings.
Vikings.
The Vikings.
Oh no, I gotta go Vikings for obvious reasons.
I got Vikings.
Vikings.
Ravens, Browns. I got Ravens.
I got Ravens.
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 Man, let's just make it a clean sweep. Ravens.
Ravens.
Titans, Lions. I got Lions.
Clean sweep. It's Lions.
Yeah.
Especially them trading away players. Yeah, no disagreements here.
Cardinals, Dolphins.
Oh.
By the way, home or away?
Dolphins are home.
Okay.
Are they?
Yeah.
No, I think it's in. Is it?
Yeah,
oh yeah, it is. Rock.
Oh, okay. Oh, never mind. Okay, all right.
I'm going with Cardinals.
I'm going with Cardinals.
We knew those two were gonna say that.
See that? You see that, Keith?
That don't phase me anymore. They're Nick
What
fans.
is it?
He picked the Dolphins. What are you talking about?
Dolphins.
Hey, Keith, let's not forget I did pick the Miami Dolphins to win the AFC. So
Dolphins are my upset.
Their division. No, they're second. Sorry, second in their division.
Hey, I keep it real, man. I'm taking the Dolphins
forget
for
about
selfish reasons. I need them to beat Arizona. I'm just
Thanks, Efren.
straightforward. I'm gonna keep it real with you. Y'all want me to keep it 100%? I'm gonna keep it 1,000%. Keep it real.
You ain't fam anymore.
I call it.
Huh?
Huh?
Said
Wait,
you
wait,
ain't
hold on,
family
wait,
anymore.
wait. I want to hear what my brother-in-law just said. What'd you say?
Said you ain't family anymore.
I'm gonna tell your sister. He got quiet mad quick.
No, Nikki, I didn't say that.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Nikki, I think Nikki might be watching.
So everybody
Shoot.
picked.
Nikki might be real happy. You might want to be quiet.
All right. So, which one is the next one? Jets and Patriots.
Yeah, I got you.
I got Jets.
Jets.
Patriots sucks.
I'm going. With
You know what?
Patriots.
I'm taking the opposite. I'm going with Patriots.
I'm going with
Ooh.
Patriots.
Yeah.
Wow.
Aaron Rodgers can suck it.
Dang.
I'm going Patriots because I'm tired of Aaron Rodgers already.
Thank you.
Oh, gee.
Everybody pick.
Yep.
All right. Falcons and Bucks. I got Falcons.
Ooh.
I have
got
the
Bucks.
Falcons. They lost both their wide receiver 1 and wide receiver 2. The Buccaneers.
I got Bucks.
Falcons.
I'm going with Tigo on that one. I'm going Bucks.
I'm going Falcons for the very same reason. They lost the 2 top wide receivers, man, and that's just hard to replace.
Yeah.
Next man up.
True.
Packers and Jaguars. I got Packers.
I got Packers. I got Packers
Packers.
winning that division anyway.
Packers.
Yeah, I'm taking Packers. Who we kidding?
Jason.
I'm
Packers.
sick of picking the Jaguars and them losing. I'm going Packers.
Colts
What?
and Texans. I got-
Texans.
Ooh, that's a
Texans.
good one.
Now, mind you, Colts are 4-3, and the Texans are 5-2.
Yeah, I'm going Texan too. But that's a good one though, man. I like how Colts is playing, man. They got a nice little squad there.
I'm taking Houston. I'm taking Houston.
The Colts barely beat us, so I'm going
I-
Texans.
I'm going Texans solely because it's at Houston.
Mm-hmm.
Eagles at the Bengals. I got the Bengals.
I got the Bengals.
I got Eagles.
I think
Even
the-
though I don't want to pick them, but
I just think the Eagles are frauds. That's all.
I'm taking the Bengals because they started out 0-4, and this is what they typically do. And right now they're on a roll. They're on a 3-game winning streak. They're clicking on all cylinders, and I'm taking the Bengals.
I'm taking the Bengals.
Where is that game?
This one is at Cincinnati.
Oh, I'll go Bengals.
Saints versus the Chargers. I got Chargers.
I got
This is at
Chargers.
LA.
That's Harbaugh. That's my coach.
Yeah, I got Chargers.
I don't go against my coach.
Chargers.
Chargers.
Yeah, Chargers.
Bills versus the Seahawks. I got the Bills.
By the way, it's at Seattle. For those of you that want to know.
I got the Bills.
Oh, what'd you say?
You got the Bills?
Yeah, I got the Bills. I'm gonna be
Wow, what's going on,
You
Zach?
better-
I got the Bills.
Dang.
He's kicked
You're-
out.
Yo, you can't be
he's
biased. You
getting
can't just
kicked
pick your
out.
team. Just
like
to
I'm
pick your
a
team.
I'm gonna be real.
be
Like if
real
I'm putting
here.
money on it, I'm putting money on the
Yeah,
Bills.
that's what I
Zach,
do.
Zach's gonna have to pack a bag.
I got Seahawks because I got
I
3
got
of their
Bills.
players on my damn fantasy. They better do something this damn week, yo. God damn it. For the last 3
got-
weeks, they've been sucked.
It's at Seattle. I got the Seahawks.
Look,
Well, I'm going for selfish reasons, and I'm picking Seattle.
there you go.
I want
See,
the Bills to
right-
lose.
Look, right now we got Byron Murphy II that came back. We made 2 trades for a linebacker, our weakest position. We've got a DT from Jacksonville. I think Kenneth Walker II is healthy. I think we're going to be clicking on all cylinders in this particular game.
Yeah, I need to throw the ball.
A lot of false starts. I'm taking Go Hawks.
That everybody.
Yep.
Bears versus Commanders. I got Commanders.
The Bears.
That's going to be a good one, too.
That's
That's
going to be
a
at
good
Washington, by the way.
I have Commanders.
Wasn't homeboy hurt, though,
Yeah, I
right?
gotta look
Washington
into
quarterback hurt, right?
He's
If
projected to play right now,
Mhm.
and if he plays, that's who I'm going with them. If not, then I'm going Bears.
Yeah, if Jaden Daniels plays, I'm going Commanders. If not, I'm going Bears.
I'm going with Bears. I think they're starting to look like they're trying to get somewhere.
Whether Jaden Daniels is healthy or not, right now Caleb Williams is actually starting to pick up.
That's what I'm
where
saying. They starting to look like they
he's
want to get
they're
somewhere.
clicking right
Yeah.
now, and I'm taking the Bears right now. I think he's
I
getting
got
a
the
hold of
Bears,
his
yeah.
offense and making this his offense right now.
Commanders.
Panthers versus Broncos. I got Broncos.
I got Broncos.
Broncos.
Even though I hate Sean Manning, Sean Payton, I hate that dude, but I go with Broncos.
Andy Dalton I think he was in a car crash. He's not playing this.
No,
I know he was hurt. Bryce Young is coming back in to start, so I'm taking the
Broncos all day.
Chiefs and Raiders. I got Chiefs.
Everybody got Chiefs.
Yeah.
Let's see. The Chiefs will be on the field. A team will not be showing up on that field. So I don't know who will be showing up. We know it's not a team that is wearing black and silver, and it's going to be the Chiefs. The Chiefs will basically be practicing during that game. They're not playing. They're going to be practicing. Chiefs.
Cowboys versus Niners.
Wait.
Oh,
I mean, okay. If somebody else got something else,
Well, I didn't pick my pick yet.
Oh, sorry.
I thought everybody
I'm going Raiders because I need the Chiefs to lose one game, so I'm going to pick against them all year till they lose one.
That's fair. Hey, that's fair, man. Screw that.
Somebody else?
Yeah, I think about it.
All right, Cowboys, Niners. I got Niners.
I got Niners.
At 49ers, by the way. This is at San Fran.
Niners.
All
I'm
right.
going Cowboys.
Yeah, y'all don't hate me or nothing, but I'm going Cowboys because the Niners got way too many injured starters.
Mhm.
And
That is true.
and I'm
Cowboys
taking
got an
I'm taking the Cowboys as well, only because, like you said, the 49ers have too many injuries, and at some point the Cowboys have to win a game, and it would be fantastic that it's against the 49ers. So I'm going Cowboys.
Because you want them to beat the 49ers, because then y'all will have the overhead over them.
You are damn skippy.
Okay.
Last game, Giants, Steelers.
Giants.
Steelers.
Giants.
Steelers.
by 15.
And for those out there that criticize the move of Russell Wilson replacing Justin Fields, we all know what that man did, and I'm taking the Steelers. Go Russ, get to cooking.
Did you forget a game though?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Nah, we
Vikings,
got them all.
Rams. Oh yeah.
He hit every one of them.
Yeah, you're right.
All right.
Yeah, he got old Lego head.
Yeah. So with that being said, guys, we just wanted to say that if anybody has anything to add, I just want to tell everybody out there, if anybody has any comments, any suggestions, like I say, anyone is welcome to the show. We'll call in, let us know, drop us a message. We just wanted to thank everybody out there for listening in, and it's been a while. We will be back. Hopefully we should be back next week at same time at 6. And as I always say, thank you so much for listening, and God bless everyone, and good night.
Cue the music.
Peace out.
Yo, first up, here's the host, F-Brand, explaining knowledge that's applying, never guessing. Next in line is Zach, the stats gang, to call you out.